Welcome back, Hawks. It's a new week and a new day. And that's one thing I love about life. Every day that we are able to wake up and just be alive brings new opportunities. Maybe yesterday or a lot of days haven't been so good. But that doesn't determine how today will go. What has happened in the past is over. Now we learn from it and we don't forget it, but that doesn't define us. A lot of things can go wrong, but your attitude plays a huge part in determining what type of day you have. Now, we've definitely seen some improvements in our hallways, but we aren't quite where we should be. And you know, that's exactly what these SOAR focus videos are all about. It's not that we're doing a bad job at things, it's just that we don't want to settle for just being good enough. We want to be more than that. We want to be amazing. And we want everyone here to be amazing. Therefore, this week we are still going to be focusing on our hallways. First, let's review a few things.
Right side means walk on the right side of the hallway. The key word here is to walk, not to run.
Walk quickly like you have somewhere to be, because you do.
Right place.
Go straight to your next assigned class.
You need to take the quickest route possible to your next class.
Don't stop to talk to other students. This blocks the hallway and stops traffic.
Right mindset. Your goal is to get to your next class without any issues.
Keep your hands, feet, and unkind words to yourself.
Hands to yourself means don't touch other people.
Now, the question that comes to some of your minds automatically is, what happens if I don't follow the 3 rights? Well, now that we're all clear on what's expected in the hallways, the way I see it is, if you don't follow the 3 rights, it's because you are choosing not to. Life is all about choices. Do you choose to do the right thing and follow the rules? Or do you choose to do the wrong thing and break them? Now, if you choose not to follow the rules, then you are choosing to face consequences. If you don't follow the second right place, then you can expect to be disciplined. You must go directly to your next assigned class. You should not be going the opposite direction or taking a longer route than necessary. You don't need to go another route. Period. End of story. I've heard a million excuses. Just don't do it. If you do this, there's a good chance that you will be late or tardy for your next class. We need you to make it to your next class. When you are late, you miss valuable instructional time. We expect that every class has something important that you are doing as soon as you enter. This is usually what is called your hawk focus. You miss this when you are late. And when you then enter class late, you disrupt the learning of the other students who've already begun working. Now, if you're following the 3 rights, you have plenty of time to make it to class. Every class. Doesn't matter from what room to what room you're going, you have plenty of time if you're making an effort. But what happens if you don't? If you are late to class, or what we call tardy, you will report to room 174, the CPR room, for a tardy pass. This will allow you to then enter your regular class once you receive this pass. Now, we have reset everyone's tardies on the first day of the second quarter, which was last Wednesday, October the 24th. Meaning, you all have a fresh start to do the right thing and get to class on time. But I'm aware that some people still won't because you're choosing not to. So here's how the process goes for this. Your first and second tardies are warnings. This is because we're well aware that accidents do happen. Maybe there was a holdup in the hallway that was beyond your control, or maybe you had a restroom emergency and just had to go. It's okay, it's not a big deal because you don't really get into any type of trouble for your first 2 tardies. These are your warnings. On your third tardy, you will receive a letter home, and it needs to be signed by a parent. If it's not returned to school the next day, signed by a parent, then a parent phone call will be made. It's at this point with the third tardy that we begin to become concerned. You are obviously not taking getting to class on time seriously. It's no longer just an accident that happened. On the fourth tardy, you'll be warned one final time, because on the fifth tardy, you will receive a discipline referral. If you don't follow the final right mindset, then you can expect discipline as well. The most common case of this is horseplay. You must keep your hands to yourself. If you put your hands on another student in the hallway or anywhere else at school for that matter, in any way, shape, or form, then this could be considered horseplay. Again, just don't do it. And please don't try to tell us when you're caught that it's not a big deal. I'm warning you now, putting your hands on another student in any way is going to be considered a big deal by administration. So if you choose to put your hands on someone, then you are choosing to accept the consequences. I hope this helps all of you to have a clearer picture of what is expected in the hallways, because our goal is to help everyone be successful at Alice Drive Middle. It's important that everyone does what's expected of them. You all have a job to do, to come here and learn. When you don't follow the 3 rights, you are not soaring. When you are not soaring, we have a problem. Follow the 3 rights, and we could all be successful. Thank you, Hawks.